On the weekend, EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen visited the initial reception center for evacuated Afghan EU delegation staff and their families at the Torrejón de Ardoz airbase near Madrid with EU Council President Michel and Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez. At a joint press conference, von der Leyen emphasized, "We have to offer alternatives to those who cannot return or stay at home. First of all, this means that we have to offer those in need of protection legal and safe routes around the world, organized by us, the international community. This should also be discussed at the virtual G7 meeting," said Commission President von der Leyen. Von der Leyen also announced an increase in humanitarian aid for Afghanistan. Commenting on humanitarian aid for Afghanistan, Commission President von der Leyen said, "The European Union is determined to continue to support the non-governmental organizations active in the country. The need for humanitarian aid is increasing with recent developments. If we look at the number of internally displaced persons, it is the highest at almost 3.7 million people, and 80% of them are women, girls, and children. So we have to help ensure that the displaced Afghans can safely return to their hometowns or at least have prospects, regardless of whether they are currently in Afghanistan or in neighboring countries. To this end, the Commission is currently working on increasing its current humanitarian aid. We had a budget of 57 million euros for 2021, but we need to increase that amount, and we will soon present a proposal for this. The situation in Afghanistan is still very unpredictable," said the Commission President. And she said, "We hear of talks about the formation of a government that includes all. We hear statements from the Taliban stressing that women can take their rightful place in society and study and work within the framework of Islam, whatever that means. But we are also hearing more and more reports of people being persecuted for their previous work or opinion. And we hear of women who are turned away when they show up at their usual place of work. Let me be very clear on development aid. The 1 billion euros in EU funds earmarked for development aid over the next 7 years is tied to strict conditions. Respect for human rights, good treatment of minorities, respect for the rights of women and girls, just to name a few. And not a single euro of development aid should go to a regime that denies women and girls their full freedoms and rights to education and a career. We may hear the words of the Taliban, but above all, we will judge them by their deeds and actions." And I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.